Welcome back to Primetime News, and a special welcome once again to our viewers on TVJ International in the Cayman Islands and those of you watching online at onespotmedia.com. Now, up first this evening, Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clarke opened the 2024-25 budget debate with news of an increase in the income tax threshold. Now, Andrea Chisholm has been listening in and now joins us with the details of Dr. Clarke's presentation. Andrea?
Well, Herman, Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clarke spoke for roughly 4 hours, outlining some of the plans to ensure that the average Jamaican benefits from improvements to the Jamaican economy. Now, going into this debate, increasing the income tax threshold was a hot-button topic. There were proposals to increase it from 1.5 million to 2.2 million and even 3 million. Now, Dr. Clarke outlined that those proposals were not feasible at this time, partially because the government would be losing money and the fiscal balance must be maintained. And so he made this announcement.
The income tax threshold on personal income tax will move from $1.5 million to $1.7 million, Madam.
Now, there are also other tax exemptions for pensioners. Those under 55 years benefiting from an approved pension scheme get a tax exemption of $80,000. And those 60 years or older also get an age relief exemption of $80,000. And so there will be changes.
In an effort to provide further protection for this vulnerable group, it is proposed that the annual pension exemption and the age relief exemption be both increased from $80,000 to $250,000.
Another noteworthy point, Herman, is the introduction of unemployment insurance. A feasibility study showed that workers would need to contribute as little as 0.8% of their salaries or as much as 1.5%. Now, given existing tax deductions such as NIS, NHT, and education tax, the government is thinking about consolidating them into a single deduction. But while those issues are being worked out, Jamaica will be getting technical assistance.
We are expecting to sign, I believe it's a $20 million loan agreement with the World Bank, where they'll provide the Ministry of Labour and Social Security with the technical support to implement unemployment insurance. And the World Bank will assist us with many things, including the legislative architecture, the institutional mechanisms, the administrative arrangements for unemployment insurance.
Now, in previous budget debates, we heard about the Student Loan Bureau, in which they removed the guarantor for applicants. Now, wards of the state and the path beneficiaries, the policy was changed and they did not have to provide guarantors to benefit from the SLB. Now, Dr. Clarke announced that the applications for wards of the state moved from 46 to 98, and the path beneficiaries, the number of them accessing benefits from the SLB moved from 192 to 547. And so the policy change at the SLB will be more widespread.
Come April 1st, there'll be no guarantors required for student loan. We anticipate that by the time the first batch of students graduate who have benefited from this policy, the National Identification System, or NIDS, will be a reality. We will not need guarantors to find people.
All right, thank you, Andrea, with that report. But before you go, Andrea, the budget debate continues on Thursday. Who will be presenting then?
Yes, Herman. Opposition spokesman on finance Julian Robinson will be dissecting Minister Clarke's presentation, making proposals of his own, also giving a little critique. So we will be hearing from the opposition spokesman on finance.
All right, thank you very much. And of course, we'll have more on Dr. Clarke's presentation in the business news later on with Javon Keys. Janella?